Hello.
Yes, I. Okay, guys, all of you join. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
So what I was telling is, okay, so normally TCP IP is slow and your UDP is faster. This is the reason when you are seeing a match, live match or a live streaming, that is via UDP only. But in between you saw, right, suddenly some packets will be dropped, so some glitches will be there, right? Suddenly some interruption will be there. Okay,
Yeah.
so mostly live streaming will be done by UDP. Okay, and if something recording and those things will be mostly by your TCP IP. Okay, so now the next point is protocol number for, what is the protocol number for this TCP? That is, the protocol number for this TCP is 6. The protocol number for UDP is 70. Okay, which all protocols or which all means you can say, sir, like your servers, okay, your FTP server will be there, okay, your SMTP server is there, right, your TCP is there, your HTTP is there, right?
Yeah.
So these things works for TCP IP. If I'll talk about some of the, and for UDP you have your DNS, okay, and you have your DHCP and UDP will be there, okay, guys,
Yeah.
fine. So
Yeah.
this is all about the networking part. The basic requirement for the networking is this one only. Okay, protocol, under protocol we have, I have explained you TCP IP, what is protocol, and you have TCP IP and you have UDP, and difference between TCP and UDP. Okay, if I'll talk about IP address, so IP address can be divided into two. Okay, so first of all, one is your IPv4, and other one is your IPv6. Correct, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So here IP address. What is IP address? Any idea?
IP address 192.168, that one.
Hmm.
That is
So just now I have spoken, right? Why you require this IP address?
to communicate.
Yes, to communicate. Okay. So Pankaj,
Yeah.
correct? Ankur,
Yeah.
correct. So the reason is, like, you have UID in place, right? Unique identification, right? UID card. Why we require this UID card? Because every person has a unique fingerprint, right?
Yeah.
So same way in a network, how I can identify, or how I am going to identify, okay, this is Abhishek laptop, or this is Abhishek want to communicate with Pankaj, or Pankaj wants to communicate with Sai, or Sai wants to communicate with Abhishek, like this, right? So there should
Yep.
be some unique identification, right? Some unique number should be there. That is your IP address. Okay, so it will be similar, if I can say, it will be similar to your phone number. Okay, like you have, everybody has a unique phone number, correct? So if you dial,
Yeah.
you can talk to that person. Same way in a network, we require a unique IP address. So IP address is nothing but, IP address is a unique number or unique IP address, you can say, like your UID, to identify between each machine, or between uh, you can say in a network. Okay, so
Yeah.
IP address is further divided into classes. That is, your IP address classes will be there, and your subnet mask will be there, okay, and your gateway will be there. Fine, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so IP addresses classes will be further divided into normally A, B, C, D, and E classes will be there. Okay, so you guys are aware of this class A, class B, class C.
Yeah.
Sai,
We'll be using second thing. 192,
yeah.
192, sorry, one.
Pankaj,
Yeah.
you guys know about class A, class B, and class C, right? subnet mask?
Yeah.
Okay, Sai, you are also aware of subnet mask?
Yes, when in the classes, we'll be using class C,
Okay, that's good.
basically.
Ankur?
No.
Okay, fine. So anyways, this is a part of, we can say, so normally the IP addresses, okay, is divided into, you can say, 5 classes. Okay, so it will be, the classes will be like class A, class B, class C, class D, and class C. So normally we were using, suppose if you are in a public network, okay, so in that case mostly we are using 192. Okay, and if you are in a private network, mostly we were using 172 or something.
Yes.
Okay, so how it will be like, and class A, class B, and class C, mostly till now we have used class C only. Okay, and class D is a multicast and class CE is reserved. Okay, multicast means what? Multicast allows a single message to be sent to a group of recipients. Okay,
Yes.
like emailing, teleconferencing. Okay, for example, these are the examples of multicast. Okay,
Yes.
reserve means nothing but this is reserved for specific purpose. Okay, this will be again big. I need to explain more. Okay, Ankur, I'll explain this one.
Okay.
I'll take a one separate class for this one, for the subnet
Yes.
mask and all. Okay,
Concern.
yeah. So moving towards the next thing is your gateway. Okay, so gateway is much more important. What is gateway idea, Pankaj, Ankur, or Sai?
Gateway, it's an
It's actually a router. IP.
Gateway is your router.
Yeah.
So if I am configuring a gateway in a virtual machine V1, okay, of same I am configuring a virtual machine V2. Okay, so your virtual machine V1 is a router and virtual machine V2 is a router. Sai?
yeah,
Correct, you guys?
correct.
Ankur? No, you cannot say
No.
it's a router. See, every machine requires a, see, it depends. So a router is something, yes, it routes your network. Okay, but it's not a device. Gateway is not a device. Router is a device, right?
Yeah, router is device.
So gateway is nothing but gateway is a network point that provides entrance into another network.
Yeah.
Gateway is nothing. Okay, suppose what I am telling here is, if India is there, okay, and if Sri Lanka is there, okay, or you can say Nepal is there. So if you are entering from India to Nepal, there is a gateway, right? Gateway
Yeah.
means what? From one gate to other gate.
Yeah.
Correct? From one country to other country. So this country has its own gateway number. Same way, like this country has its own rules and regulation. Other country is having other rules and regulation, right? So this country,
Yeah.
this is the reason we required a visa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same way, gateway is nothing but gateway is the entrance to other network. Means you need to, suppose if you want to communicate, you cannot make all the network as a single network, right? If you
Yeah.
are communicating, then how you can going to give the security? If every network is communicating to everyone, okay, so there won't be any security, right?
Yeah.
So everything will be crashed, right?
Yes.
There
Yeah.
is no point to, suppose I'm straight away I'm going to I'm able to communicate to the my Oracle network, or I am able to connect to Infosys network, right? So there is
Yeah.
no security. Everything is a common. Then I can go ahead and hack anything of Infosys network, right?
Yeah.
So there is an entry point, right, between the Infosys network, between the Oracle network. That is called the entry point.
Yeah.
So gateway is nothing but gateway is the entrance into other network. So you need to give a unique IP for that one, for every gateway, because from your gateway only you are going to set your entire means suppose your network. Okay, if your
Yeah.
gateway is 192.168.1.1, so how it will be like the next IPs, means your next machines you are going to assign the IPs, it's related to this network bit only and your host
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
So every networks which is under this particular gateway, suppose I am giving this gateway 192.168.1.1 as a gateway 1. So the network means the IPs coming after this will be belongs to this gateway, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Indian peoples will belong to India, not with the Pakistan, right?
Yeah.
So same way you need to give a unique, means you need to identify. So how we are going to identify, okay, this person is from India, so his IP will be also similar 192.168.1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Understanding my point? The network bit will be same, but the host bit will be different.
So,
This is why I am telling you there is a networking on this one, host, and how we can identify. Okay.
yeah.
So this will be the means this is the way we can identify. So your network will be mostly the network bit will be 192.168. Okay, and the host will be different. So host bit will depends upon the class A, class B, and class C.
Yeah.
Fine, guys. So this is called your gateway. Okay.
Yeah.
Now coming to the next point. So some of the files I'm going to discuss here, which is very much important if you are going to troubleshoot in terms of networking, okay, or if you are going to communicate. One second, guys.
We're going to have a VPC, which will be
IF.
So see, you can see here, right? It's a DHCP. I was telling you same thing, right? It got changed, right?
Yeah.
The host bit got changed. Pankaj, Ankur,
Yeah.
earlier it was connecting with 86, right?
Hmm.
As soon as I have created one other virtual machine, so every time I'm connecting, okay. So earlier it was taking some different, now it's different. Fine, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of the important configuration files or directories of network configuration, you should be aware of that one. Okay. So the first file we should know, which is mainly responsible for your network configuration, for your NIC, for your how many, suppose there is a command called ifconfig. Okay. If you want to enter, you can see your IPv4 here. Okay. So that is 192.168.222.128, and your subnet mask will be there. Okay. /24 will be there. So your subnet mask will be different. You can that is also a calculation for class C. So normally class C will be 255.255.255.0. Okay. So and your IP is this one. Fine, guys. So the thing
Yeah.
is where this particular IP is configured. Okay. So the important file for this one, and there is one more command called IP-A also will show you your IP. Okay, these two commands are there. IP-config is there and IP-A is there. Both command can be used to check your IP address. Okay. So now, what is that file? /etc sysconfig. Okay, and network script.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not a file, this is a directory. Okay, fine. So if I do ll over here, you can see. Okay, so there are multiple files will be here, but which is your NIC? So as I said, how you can see your NIC will, you are going to identify your Ethernet or your NIC card. Okay, that is your ETH0. Here you can see, right? It's represented with ETH0. This is containing your IPv4 and your subnet mask is /24. Pankaj, getting my point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So if I do cat of this file, here multiple entries are there, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So that is device is nothing but device is your name of your Ethernet. Okay, that is ETH0. So you can create ETH1 as well. And here it's not a static IP. This is the reason the IP got changed. Okay. So I have used initially. So, but if you want dedicated static IP, so you can configure your machine with dedicated IP. But for that you require a VLAN. Okay, in your virtual machine. This is that reason, because this is a local PC. So I am using a ISP, internet service provided. So I have gone with the DHCP. So automatically it will assign a IP to each virtual machine. Understanding my point?
Yeah.
Fine, guys. Okay. And this is also more
Yeah.
important, this UUID. Okay. So this Ethernet is having one unique ID. Okay. So suppose in case, okay, if your Ethernet got deleted or something wrong with Ethernet, so you can recover that one by using this UUID. Okay, so I'll show you where is this particular file will be, this UUID. Okay, in case if you want to recover. Okay, so this is one
Yeah.
important file. This is one important directory, files or a directory you can say, where your Ethernet you can configure. Getting my point? So suppose you have if config ETH0. I want to configure if config ETH2. Correct, guys? Or ETH2.
Yeah.
So how it will be like? Okay, I am doing, okay, fine, vi,
0.
fine.
Yeah.
Located in the US.
Fine.
Yeah.
No, it's not taking. It seems to be we need to add it for this one from here. Mostly, if you want to configure an extra NIC card, okay, so you need to go to setting, and here you need to first create that NIC, means virtually. Okay, that is extra NIC if you want to create. Where is that option? Add.
Network adapter.
Okay. Yeah, network adapter you need to create here. NIC is here. Yeah, this network adapter you need to create. Okay, so that is one case. I'll show you that one, but from the back end it's not taking. Okay, so bringing up the network etc one connection activation with the connection is not for the device, so you need to create a device for that one first of all. Okay, one network file is by default anyways this is, but there it won't be eth1. Okay, first you need to create over there, then you need to edit that file here. Okay, one adapter you need to create virtually, like it's like a hardware only. Okay, normally same way your machine is having one LAN card, right? So you need to create a ethernet for that one NIC card, other NIC card. Or if I can see, if down if config eth1. It won't be because the connection is not for this device. It
Yeah.
will say. Okay, so you need to add it first, then only it will work. Okay, so that is fine, no issues with that one. So the file is important /etc sysconfig. Okay,
ifconfig.
sysconfig network
Refresh.
script. Okay, under this you have all your ethernets. Okay, so here you can straight away edit your ethernet. If you want some different static IP, if you want to assign, you can do it. So the file for that one is that you can create. Fine. So this is the file where you can edit your network configuration. Now the second most important file is your /etc sysconfig network. These files will keep the information about the host name is assigned to the system. So there is in RHEL 7 you have host name CTL command is there. Okay, and here if you want to see the host name, as of now it will show you the host name as a local host, correct?
Yeah.
If I'll go ahead and see the host name, it will show you the local host local domain, because I haven't given any name to this particular system.
Yeah.
Correct. So if you want to change the network, means sorry, if you want to change the name of this particular machine, okay, to some specific name, so that you can go ahead and do it from this particular file. If you want to assign a, see, this is why we required this one. So every time you cannot understand IP, right? So you need to give every machine a name, right? Correct. I cannot call you with sign as a hi 192.168 222.1, right? I cannot call Pankaj as a 192.168.86.128, right? So I need to give a specific name to Pankaj or Sai, right? Correct. So then later on, with mapping we can do. Okay, fine. Sai is identified with a unique IP address with this one, and Pankaj is identified with a unique IP address with this one. Correct, guys? So we need to give a
Yeah.
host name for this one. So what is that file? CD, okay, /etc, okay, sys config network. This is the file, okay. So we need to open here. So it is localhost, local domain is there, right? So you can change this particular name to some specific name. So fine, guys, we are giving this as a virtual terminal 1. Okay.
Yes.
Will it's reflected? No. So what we need to do this for? So I've shown you 2 commands to restart your particular service, right? Just now. One command I am using with /etc init.d, your service name, and I have done with network restart, right? The second one I am doing with service network restart, and for RHEL 7 or something, you require system CTL, and then you want to enable it or disable it, and then your service name. Okay, guys? Okay. So host name. So by restarting the network, it's don't think so that it's reflecting here. Okay, it has to be reboot. By the time it's reboot, let me. Okay, guys, let me restart the session once again. It's not reflected. Hmm? I have saved that file, right?
Yeah.
All of the rules.
I think I forgot to save, right? What happened? So the thing is, if you want to change the host name, straight away you can change the host name by using this command, host
Yeah.
name, and you can give it to a host name, but that is temporary. But if you want to change the host name permanently of your machine, of your system, okay, then you need to change under sysconfig network. Okay, so this is the command, we can use it to change it permanently.
Yeah.
So Sai, you have all the videos of basic commands.
Basic commands. No, no.
Basic
First time.
commands from which I think basic command I remember the inode concept you have attended, right?
Yes.
Before to that, you haven't attended, right? Cat command, how to do all those things, right?
Yeah.
So those things I'll share with you, okay, mostly by tomorrow. And
Yeah.
after this, we'll end up the session here only. Okay, by tomorrow we'll be finishing this network part, and hopefully possible that booting process will start. Okay.
Yeah. Networking. See, as a Linux administrator,
Hmm.
if you go to IT environment, there'll be a separate team, networking,
Yes,
OS, stuff.
correct. So these are like basic, these are the files as a Linux administrator, you should be aware which all files are involved for your IP, host name. Okay. So this is why some of the files and what all basic troubleshooting you can do from the OS level. Okay. So this is very much important. How you can check what is your gateway is pinging or not. Okay. So those things will be there. So yeah, 1 second. So now you can see it's changed, right?
Yeah.
Now your host name is virtual terminal, right? Earlier it was showing local host, right? Correct? So now it is your virtual terminal. So if I
Yeah.
do host name, okay, so it can be showing me as a virtual terminal one. Okay, guys. So guys, I'm ending up the session here. Tomorrow we'll discuss more into the /etc host file is there. Okay, how we can for DNS it is very much important. /etc resolve.conf file is there. What all parameters are there in /etc resolve.conf will be there. Okay, and we are talking about ifconfig, how you can check a particular interface, your link is up or not. Okay, how we can check those things. Okay, how you can identify which network you are into, what is your gateway is pinging or not. These are the part of troubleshooting. Okay, so you can see if your gateway is pinging, means you can able to connect, okay, to this machine. First of all, means you are able to enter, right? Okay, guys, so I am ending
Yeah.
up the session here. Okay,